Okay, the last two problems. Okay, on the last two problems, I'm giving you a line. I want you to use the y-intercept at the end and the slope sitting in front of the x to graph it. Okay, but on 13 and 14, you gotta use your thinking cap. Okay. Okay, problem 13. Y equals x plus 5. Okay, we said the number at the end is the y-intercept. Okay, the number at the end is a 5. Okay, but we said the number in front of the x is the slope. Okay, now do you remember, since on this problem there is no number in front of the x, you remember what number is understood to be in front of an x if there isn't one there? Okay, it's 1. Okay, if you're looking at just x or any variable at all, it's understood to be 1. So x is really 1x. D would be 1d. Okay, f would be 1f. So anytime you have a variable and there's no number in front, it's understood to be a 1. Okay, so now we know our slope is 1. Okay, slope is a fraction. Just take that number and divide it by 1. Okay, always put a 1 underneath the number to make it a fraction if it's not a fraction already. Okay, we're good to go. The y-intercept is 5. The slope is 1 over 1 as a fraction. Okay, since it's positive 1 over 1, it's up 1 over 1 when you travel. Okay, so we're going to find a 5 on the y-axis. Okay, the y-axis is the up and down axis. Find 5. Drop a point there. And from that point, the first point, we're going to travel up 1 space over 1 space. So grab another point. Start at the point 5 on the y-axis, go up 1 over 1, and drop a point. That was so much fun. I want to do another one. Grab a green one, up 1 over 1. One more time, up 1 over 1. See, it goes on forever. That pattern goes on forever. We could even go down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1. Okay, and still be on the line. Okay, but we have at least 2 points. So grab your line, try to get it through the points as best you can, but don't stress. Okay, there's our line, y equals x plus 5, or y equals 1x plus 5. Okay, see how you did on the last one. Another think question. We want to graph y equals 1/5 x. Okay, the number at the end is the y-intercept. Okay, on this problem, there is no number at the end. What could I add to 1/5 x and still have the same thing, 1/5 x? What can you add to something without changing it? Okay, not 1. Okay, if you add 1 to a number, it's gotten 1 bigger. Okay, you don't want to add 1. Okay, if you want to add something without changing, you have to be plus 0. So we have to think of this as 1/5 x plus 0. Okay, adding 0 to 6 gives you 6. Adding 0 to 7 gives you 7. Okay, does that make sense? Adding 0 to something doesn't really change its value, and we have to have a number sitting there. So we're just going to pretend like there's a 0 sitting there after a plus sign. Okay, so the y-intercept is 0. The slope is 1/5. Okay, we're going to start at, 1/5 is the slope, so I need to think of that as a positive 1/5. So it's up 1 over 5. Okay, now I'm ready to graph. Start at 0 on the y-axis. Okay, my y-axis, up and down axis, my 0 would be right there. It's not labeled, but it's right there. Okay, and using a second point, I'm going to go from my 0 on my y-axis, I'm going to go up 1 space over 5 spaces. Drop another point. Okay, take my line. I have at least 2 points. That's good enough. try to drag around my line so that it goes through both of them. Okay, so we started at 0 and we went up 1 over 5. Okay, guys, one more thing to think about on this. Y equals 1/5 x plus 0. What kind of line is that? What kind of special line is that? Okay, remember, a line that goes through 0.00 is a proportional line. Okay, this is a proportional line. Okay, and a proportional equation will always be in the form y equals something x. And we usually don't write anything at the end. Okay, so y equals 1/5 x is a proportional line. Okay, guys, do the best you can. Please tell me if you're having troubles. Tomorrow there's some IXL lessons over this, and you can practice it more. But don't be afraid to contact me. I'm on your side. I want to help you.